Thank you for everybody for joining us on this webinar. As usual, we're joined by B, who would be giving the presentation. So for those of you that don't know B, she's been with LoChlor since 2014. So over 11 years, but she's got 25 years in experience in sales and marketing. She does travel a lot for us to the Caribbean and Latin America, so we're very grateful for that. She speaks Spanish as well, and she's also a CPO instructor. So welcome, B, and thanks very much. We'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Greg. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everybody. We have people from various parts of the country. What we're going to learn today is understanding the common cause of pool stains and how to prevent them, learn to remove existing stains effectively, and become knowledgeable about key products that solve the issues. So you want to know why use LoChlor products? We're top performing pool solutions since 1989. We're highly effective and the strongest blends available out in the market. We solve most of the full pool range of pool water needs: prevention, problem solving, and enhancement. It's what the pool professionals use. We rigorously lab tested and we field tested so we know that they are reliable. Unmatched customer satisfaction, and we're made right here in Fort Lauderdale in the United States. We do have bilingual labels, meeting the demand of our Spanish-speaking markets. You just peel on the bottom left to reveal the Spanish directions underneath. It's easy to use with all the information in just one spot. For anyone who uses pool chemicals, it's a great way to have resourcefulness right there in the back of the bottle. So, how did that get there? Stain-causing metals enter the pool in several ways. Fill water, so we advise that you test the fill water before you fill the pool. Pool equipment, poor water balance typically leads to corrosion of metals in the pool equipment. Heaters, lights, handrails. Landscaping and fertilizing contains a variety of metals that can be easily introduced in the pool water, especially after some wind, strong winds, and rain. Metals that cause staining is iron. Iron produces a rust, reddish-brown range of stains throughout the pool. Copper produces a blue-green and black range of stains, and it also can appear purple with a high cyanuric acid level in the pool. Manganese produces a pink and dark purple range of stains. So that gives you a variety of what the stain is in the pool. So prevention. Does my pool water contain metals? That's why we like everybody to test the source water before you fill it. A lot of times, some clients will put a hose in to fill the water after some dry season. Like right now, we haven't had a lot of rain here in Southeast Florida. So I'm sure a lot of customers are putting a hose in. So you want to test that hose water. Make sure it doesn't have metals, iron. Proper water balance is very vital to prevent staining in your pool. Sequestering, it binds the metals together with the hopes to removing them through filtration. Preventive maintenance is the key. Chelating is a word that we commonly use in the pool industry, forms a shell around the metal and keeps the metal in solution, preventing it from falling out of solution and staining your pool. Preventive maintenance is the biggest key of preventing metals. We have a fast-acting chlorine reducer, and we'll get to the point of why you need it. It reduces the chlorine after you shock a pool. A lot of occasions, somebody needs to shock the pool. This will reduce the chlorine so you can safely swim. It's ideal to use with multi-stain remover, our stain treatment, and it works well with salt chlorine generators. It's available in 1 pound, 8 pound, and 50 pounds. 2 ounces of Chlornix for every 15,000 gallons reduces 1 part per million or 2 parts per million of bromine. The pump has to be running and it works really fast. Now, please note you don't want to overdose. So you want to test your chlorine, see where you're at. So if you're at 3 parts per million, you want to reduce it accordingly so you're not overdosing, because it's going to make it difficult to bring that chlorine back up to where you need it to be safe and sanitary to swim. Multi-stain remover removes the guessing and the testing to figure out what the stain is. Multi-stain remover, we have a proprietary triple blend action formula that works on all metal stains as well as organic stains. It can be used to spot treat a certain stain in a spool area or the whole pool entirely. You do have to lower the pH and the chlorine levels, thus why we introduce Chlornix. It needs to be adjusted accordingly based on the directions. Chlorine at 7.5, pH at 7.2. For colored pools or fiberglass pools or vinyl pools, you want to create a slurry in a bucket and then pour it in so it doesn't stain the bottom of the pool. You also want to keep the pump running for the recommended dosage at least 8 hours to help remove the stains from the walls and the floor of the pool. You want to use this in conjunction with Metal Gone or Fast Start Tech because you took the stain off the walls, but guess what? The metal is still contained in the pool area, so you want to sequester it out of the pool. So sequestering and removing the metals, we have Metal Gone. It's safe to use for all pool surfaces, and it is compatible for salt chlorine generators. Regular usage prevents the stain in the pool surface, and it aids with scale removal and prevention. That's another issue we have in the pool is scale. Metal Gone sequesters the metal ions in the pool water and chelates it and binds it so they can be safely filtered out of the pool water. So did you know that according to the National Plaster Council, a new pool finish is most susceptible to stains during the first 28 days? Discoloration in a pool finish can be caused not only by the metals, but calcium and plaster dust as well, which is what we commonly refer to as mottling. It's a discoloration in the pool walls or floors. Most new pool finishes require an acid burn. So acid burns off all the issues in order to expose the aggregate. We have one sequestrant, which is phosphate-free. You don't want to introduce any phosphates in the new pool finish. So Fast Start Tech is a highly concentrated metal sequestrant to be used for new and remodeled pools and spas as they're being filled, or you can fill it up and then add it after. It prevents the formulation of scale on new finishes, as well as scale formulating on a salt chlorine generator, which is another common issue that we run into with salt chlorine generators. It also controls the plaster dust and reduces the need for acid or hot startups. We had a request and we came up with this new product, Scale Gone, which is a scale remover. It focuses on the scale. It removes the existing scale. I just saw a customer this morning coming over here to the video room, and he says, wow, your Scale Gone works really good. So he's going to start using it on his pool routes. It's a powerful sequestrant which prevents scale formation. It doesn't contribute any phosphate, so you don't have to worry about that being introduced to your pool. It inhibits scaling on salt chlorine generator cells. All you need to do is use 8 ounces for 15,000 gallons of pool water. Do not have to check for metals in the pool water because this will take care of it for you. So we want to protect the pool surface, and we're going to reintroduce Fast Start Tech. It's a powerful sequestrant which prevents metal stainings and scale formation in the pool surfaces. It protects your new pool surfaces from fire up and startups, and it's an advanced formula to control plaster dust. It contributes no phosphoric acid or phosphates to the pool water. It inhibits scale on the salt chlorine generators, and as a preventive maintenance, all you need to do is use 8 ounces for every 15,000 gallons a week. LoChlor is also available in 5, 15, and 55-gallon drums. Right now, we're going to open it up for questions. We try to keep these webinars under half an hour because I know all of you all have a very busy schedule. Sometimes we're done a little earlier. Sometimes we're done a little right on half an hour. But right now, we're going to open up for any questions with regards to stain removal, sequestering, and scale. Pamela, if you want to open it up for questions so they can type it in, please. And please ask questions.
If you have questions, guys, you can raise your hand, and I'm also allowing your microphones so you're able to interact via audio with B at the moment. So you can feel free to make your questions.
One of the most common questions I have from clients is fertilizer. Somebody who lives off of a golf course most likely has metals in their pool water because the golf course is fertilized constantly. And when the wind hits, it blows that little speck of fertilizer into the pool. I have a screen enclosure. It's not completely closed. And if you have little furry pets and you take them out for walks, it gets stuck in their paws. And then when they come back, it's in the pool area. When it rains, guess where it goes? Right into your pool. Pam, everybody's muted unless they muted themselves. But everybody's allowed to raise their hand or ask a question.
Yeah, talking is permitted for everyone at the time, so you can feel free to speak up.
Unmute.
Yeah, they're all muted.
Also, another common situation that occurs in the pool is you've taken the stain off the pool, but you still see a little faint staining. Multi-stain remover will continue to work, and then you use a maintenance dosage after you've used the whole bottle of Fast Start Tech or Metal Gone. Then you use a maintenance dosage, and you start seeing it still lifting the stain off the pool. And sometimes you need a second application, depends on how deep and how long that stain's been there. I'm trying to throw out some questions that I've been asked lately or throughout the 12 years. Now, can you do a spot treatment with multi-stain remover? Absolutely. You can just put it in I use a pantyhose. Put a little bit of Chlornix, put a little bit of multi-stain remover, wrap it around the brush, put it right over the stain, and then start brushing it. You start seeing it cloud up a little bit, and you start seeing that stain being removed. But I always recommend use some Metal Gone after, because you lifted it off the pool wall and it's still floating around the pool. So you want to chelate it and filter it out. Also, balancing the pool water is very crucial. Some clients like to keep a low alkalinity, and some of the stains occur because of that. When you have low alkalinity, your pool is out of balance, and you'll start seeing a brownish, blackish stain. And most of the time we can clear it up with a sequestrant and balancing the pool water. Another common question I have is my gas heater is not working properly. Most of the time that gas heater is leaking into the pool, thus putting all the metals in the pool and causing a stain in the pool water.
B, there's a question in the Q&A. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you can, JR. I always put a little bit of Chlornix in the sock, like one cap and a little bit of, I always test it first. I always test the pool water to see where we're at with the chlorine and the pH. And sometimes you don't want to lower the whole pool just for a small 4-inch stain. So you put Chlornix and multi-stain remover in the stock, and then you just place it over the stain and you start seeing it lift up. Sometimes that works extremely well, most of the time. But if the stain's all over the pool, at least you can spot check, wow, it is going to work. And then I always recommend using Metal Gone. For any of y'all who have Spanish-speaking employees or coworkers or friends, we're going to have the same webinar at 12 o'clock in Spanish. You get to hear my lovely Spanish. What's another question I've been asked about the multi-stain remover? It has worked on gas heaters that played out into the pool. It has worked especially on leaves that have been left in the pool. It has worked very well on fertilizer stains and also other metals that have been put in the pool. I saw bottle caps on the bottom of a pool and it lifted them right up. So it's a combination of anything and everything. That's the great part about multi-stain remover. It's a proprietary triple blend that will take care of practically every stain that is out there in a pool. So you don't have to test it. You don't have to figure out which bottle to buy, which bottle to sell. A lot of clients use a competitive brand and they have like 3 different stain treatments or 4, 1 and 1. 1 stain treatment and 2 sequestrants. So it's very easy to use. My name is B. Borges. My phone number's up there and my email. You can WhatsApp me, you can text me depending on what country you're at or what area you're at. You can also email me. I always answer within reasonable time frame. Like right now I'm with you all, so I'm not looking at my phone. As soon as I get off the phone, I'll take care of everything that's on there. Scale Gone, like I mentioned earlier, there's a client that I just saw that started using it and he was amazed at how it works. Like I recommend to everybody, how long did that scale get on the pool? 2 months? Give us a couple weeks and you start seeing it lighten up, especially in a spa pool combo spillover. That's where most of your scale, you can see it on the edges of the spa spillover. And that's where you see a lot of the scale building up. And you just apply the Scale Gone on there lightly with a brush. And then as it's spilling over the pool, it keeps removing it. Okay, well, I guess we're going to close it up. Please jot down my phone number and my email address. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And again, if you have any Spanish-speaking friends, employees, or clients, have them log on at noon so we can do this in Spanish. Okay, well, I guess I want to thank everybody. I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you buy some more LoChlor. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning.